Chapter 3 Birds. Read on. Birds are feathered, winged animals with a beak. They are egg-laying animals. A bird's body comprises to a head with a beak, a trunk with wings, feathers and legs with claws. How do birds fly? Most birds can fly in the air. First, the wings of the birds help them to fly. The wings are attached to the body with the help of muscles. These muscles help the wings to move. Second, they have hollow and light bones which make their bodies very light. Third, the streamlined or boat-shaped body of the birds help them to fly through the air easily. Fourth, the tails of the birds help them to change direction while flying. When birds fly, their wings move up and down in two directions. The upward and backward movement of birds is called upstroke movement. The downward and forward movement of birds is called downstroke movement. Feathers. A bird's body is covered with different types of feathers. Down feathers are small and fluffy feathers. They keep the bird's body warm. Flight feathers are attached to the wings. They are flat and long. They help the birds to fly. Beaks of birds. Different kinds of birds have beaks of different shapes. The shape of a bird's beak depends on the kind of food it eats. Birds use their beaks to pick up and eat their food. They also use their beaks to make their nests. A fact: hummingbird is the smallest bird on the earth. Birds, beaks, how it uses: small, hard and pointed beak. Sparrow, pigeon and peacock have these beaks to eat grains, seeds and crack nuts. Hooked beak. A parrot has a hooked beak. Hooked beak helps it to crack nuts and bite hard fruits. Strong, sharp and hooked beak. Eagles, vultures and hawks have strong, sharp and hooked beaks. Such a beak helps these birds to tear the flesh. Broad and flat beak. Ducks have broad and flat shovel-like beaks. These beaks help them to dig in the soft mud near ponds to find worms for their food. These beaks have strainers along the edge of the beak. Water and mud goes out of these strainers, leaving worms inside. Strong and heavy beak. A woodpecker has a strong, hard and heavy beak. It helps it to make holes in the trunks to catch insects for its food. Broad beak. Swallows have broad and short beaks. Their mouth is sticky from inside as they go round and round through the air with beaks open. Tiny insects get stuck into their mouths. Broad, long and pointed beak. Kingfishers have such beaks to catch fish from the water bodies. Long, thin and pointed beak. Sunbird have this type of beak to suck nectar from flowers. Feet and claws of birds. Birds use their feet and claws to walk, hop and sit on the branches of the trees. They also help the birds to catch and hold their food. Preying birds like vultures and eagles have sharp claws with curved nails called talons to kill their prey and tear the flesh. Scratching birds like hens and peacocks have sharp claws and strong legs. These help them to scratch the ground to look for seeds and worms. Homes of birds. A nest is a home of a bird. Nests are a shelter for their eggs and young ones. Birds lay their eggs in a nest. The eggs hatch and the young ones come out. Life skills. Birds are very hardworking creatures. They build their nests with lots of effort, so never touch or destroy a bird's nest. Types of nests. Birds use a variety of things to build their nests. Cloth, leaves, straw, wool, threads and twigs are some commonly used materials. Weaver bird's nest. Weaver bird weaves its nest from grass and leaves. It has a slight bend inside it, which prevents the eggs from falling. Vulture's nest. Vultures use sticks to make nest in tall trees. The nest of a vulture looks like a shallow cup. Tailor bird's nest. Tailor bird makes its nest with leaves. It uses its beak as a needle to saw the leaves using thread and wool. Woodpecker's nest. Woodpeckers makes their nest in tree trunks with the help of their beaks. Sparrow's nest. Sparrows and pigeons build their nest on ventilators, roofs, or houses and other places. Kingfisher's nest. Kingfishers make a hole along the bank of a river and use it as a effect. Cuckoo is a very lazy and clever bird. It does not build its nest. It lays its eggs in the crow's nest and lets the mother crow look after its eggs. Sounds of birds. Most birds make noises and sounds that scientists have been able to group into two types. Calls are short tunes that are used to give warning to other birds. Songs are larger tunes with repeated sound patterns that make them sound musical. What bird sounds means? Calls. I have found food. I am worried. Look out, there is a flying predator. Don't disturb, this is my territory. Songs. I am lovely. I am so happy. I am singing a song. Care for birds. Never touch eggs in a bird's nest. Do not touch or move a bird's nest. Do not pick up a baby bird from the nest. Quick recall. Birds have body parts like claws, beaks, feathers and wings, etc. Most birds can fly in the air. When birds fly, their wings move up and down in two directions. A bird's body is covered with different types of feathers. The shape of a bird's beak depends on the kind of food it eats. Birds use their feet and claws to walk, hop, and sit on the branches of the trees. A nest is a home of birds. Birds use different types of things to build nests. New birds. Nest, a house of a bird. Weave, to make something by crossing threads over and under each other. Beak, a bird's horny projecting jaws, also called a bill.